Yo, what's going on? Good morning, guys. I'm gonna go grab a coffee real quick. Usually I have coffee already made, but this morning I didn't, so I'm a little behind mentally. Alright, hell yeah. Do I like candles over... Oh, yeah. You mean like monkey bars? Yeah, I don't really like monkey bars very much. I just never really got used to them, so I just never really tried them out long enough to like get used to them. Uh, I'm pretty sure AJ, who is a really great trader, I'm pretty sure he uses monkey bars if I remember correctly. So it looks like more or less AMC and BlackBerry doing the same thing. I'm gonna add Bed Bath & Beyond to my watch list as well. Yeah. So it looks like all the Wall Street bet tickers are more or less doing the exact same thing. So monkey bars? I can actually show you real quick. Yeah, they look like this. So like price opens, price closes, and these are the wicks. Yeah, instead of candles. Heikanashis are actually really cool, but they are lagging, so I don't like to use them. Hey, good morning. Alright, let's see what we got on the watch list today. JZXN. Tell. GTT. Ooh, Workhorse. That's an EV. Love EVs. Sundials at a $1.25. How about that? That would have been a really great, short-term swing trade. GOED. Wow, what a list, guys! What a list. Someone with like 60 million volume. Oh, Sundial. Have you tried market profile? What is it? I don't know what that is. You mean like volume profile? We're talking about with the volume on the right side. Good morning, guys. Yeah, weed sector is dope. The weed sector is dope, no pun intended. Tilray, TLRY call options yesterday did me decent. I need to see what Clove is at. I took some overnight options on Clove as well. I dropped a little bit in the pre-market. There were some YOLO out of the money options though, so it's, you know, not the big deal. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen this before. This is chaos. I don't know if I could do this. That looks like the fucking Matrix. Oh no, I don't trade pre-market usually. Give me, yeah, this is like, I like to listen to lo-fi jazz. It gives me some, lets me relax in an otherwise stressful environment. I usually like synthwave music as well, but it's a little too upbeat for the morning, I think. BCTX got halted? In pre-market? That's actually whack. So it looks like our Wall Street bet tickers are starting to bounce here a little bit. That's a bit sharper. Got a lot of downtrends right now, unfortunately. Oops. But that's not always a bad thing. Sometimes that means that in the open they'll rally. You want to see like stocks, or personally I like to see stocks that kind of trade in a low range during pre-market and then pop at the open. That way they're extremely likely to come back to test their pre-market highs for a bounce upwards. It's a pretty high probability play. What size is your monitor? This one right here is a... I actually have no idea. I have no idea. Let me see if I can... It might be on the back. Let me see. Okay. It is 24 inches. 24 inches. So I have a 32-inch television, like a CRT that I use for gaming, or an HD CRT rather, that I use for like low lag on my video games. And that is monitor, the leftmost monitor. And then my main monitor is a 24-inch LCD, or like an actual computer monitor. And then on my wall right behind both of those, I have a 55-inch TV that has that is this screen right here. This is a 55-inch TV. Yeah, I have three. I have three computers, or three monitors rather. Alrighty, let's keep thumbing through some things, see what we see here. Workhorse, I'm excited about. Again, though, another downtrend. We had a pretty buzzing market the past few days. Hopefully, it's not tapering off today. Sometimes you see that. You see like 2 or 3 crazy days. And then you see 2 or 3 crazy days, and then you end up seeing like a day of just straight up rest. This doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look good, but it's at least going upwards. Kind of. Yeah, more of the same. Hey, Ben, thank you so much for sponsoring the foreplay, my dude. Thank you for the Subarino. Man, my allergies are killing me this morning. Good luck with you too and your 1 share of AHT or whatever. One share club, gang gang. Yeah, I'm not super impressed with the gappers this morning. Dude, hell yeah. Yeah, sometimes buying 1 share or 5 shares or, whatever is the difference, but is just being like, oh yeah, we'll see. See if we make some money off this. Yeah, I mean, there's like a bunch of good tickers over a sizable amount of volume right now. The issue is that they're all in a current down. Oh, this one's not. We must have missed it. I mean, it's still kind of trending downwards, but that's okay. Yeah. Hey, that's I can't believe how many people held on to AMC from the last time. And now they're all being rewarded. Like, every fiber of my being says that, like, if you shouldn't hold the bag for 3 months. But, like, nothing makes sense anymore, man. Not only did they hold a bag, but that shit is going crazy. If you bought in at the peak of the previous Wall Street Bets AMC rally, then you still are in the money right now. Yeah, it really doesn't make any sense. People keep asking me, they're like, dude, when do you think's the top? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I would have sold like 5 times already, at least. So you guys that are just, halted, it is what it is. I got no advice for you, because like these are unprecedented times. Alrighty. So I guess this is my main watch. We'll look at some of the others. I guess we can throw like the big dogs up on these. $25 range, Jesus. That's actually a pretty significant sell-off. What was the other one that looked alright? BlackBerry? Yeah, this one's actually in not terrible shape. Looks like it came to respect yesterday's highs for the bounce. I'll be interested to see the interaction between the trend line as well as this range at the open. The issue with the open is that oftentimes, the volume is so significant that it, just kind of throws technicals to the wind. So it's kind of difficult to fucking magnet, dude. It's kind of difficult to trust zones and stuff like that, because just the pure amount of volume sometimes just dwarfs whatever the setup is, and that's why I always wait a little bit. Yeah, good morning, friend. Good morning, guys. But yeah, I'm in Atlas. Let's see. GTT I don't like. Express I don't know if I like Express either. Oh Jesus. Definitely don't like it now. Yeah, all the Wall Street bet names look like they're bussing. Damn. Santa Claus in the Discord was like, I'm taking Express on this AMC move. Literally, as soon as he said that, fucking knifed. It's actually hella unfortunate. Damn. Oh, Express is doing an offering. That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, and I talked about that a little bit earlier in the week, or last week rather, but you have to be mindful of that. With these stocks that are going apeshit right now, the BBs, the BBBYs, COS, Express, all of the Wall Street bet tickers like that. I mean, hell, even AMC and GameStop to a degree. If they have open shelves, which means that, within a certain time frame they can drop an offering, you know, it's not out of the question to expect that. In fact, I would actually, like, if I was that company, I would do that. Because they're taking advantage of, you know, the ability to raise funds for the company in this really just no rhyme or reason. The company's worth more than it should be. You know, that makes total sense to do an offering. Makes total sense. You'd have to be crazy not to take advantage of the money that just accidentally showed up in your company's market cap because people on the internet. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the AMCs and all that stuff, right? They AMC actually still has a shelf open. I guess they did an offering when the price ran crazy last time. And the CEO says that they won't be doing any more dilution this year. But that's easy to say when your stock goes from $5 to 20. But when it goes from, you know, 10 to 70, you know, maybe all of a sudden they're like, okay, you know what, we lied. Maybe just one more. It's I don't know, it's kind of wacky. AMC does still have a shelf open, so they're still able to do an offering if they wanted to. But the Blackberries and Nokias and all that stuff that are just getting all this value out of nowhere for no reason, you're damn right I'd be doing an offering. Damn right. And what's crazy though is that the offerings are just getting eaten up. They're getting chewed up. Yeah, exactly. It's silly not to. I mean, it sucks for the people who are currently invested, just because it lowers the value of your shares without giving you any extras. So it's not, you know, the same as a split or a reverse split or what have you. It's literally just bad for people who are currently holding. What was I doing? Oh yeah. And yeah, and that's what happens, right? Last time AMC did their offering, it literally got chewed up the same day. Like within minutes, it went right back to where it was, and I was like, damn. Or at least the price that reacted to the offering news immediately was corrected. So, the Charts Watcher people gave me an affiliate link, but I was like, well, what good is an affiliate link if you guys are, if it's free? And they said that apparently in 2 months or something, they'll offer a free version and they'll offer a paid version. I said, oh, okay. But the paid version is only going to be $20, which is the same as or significantly cheaper than Trade Ideas for ultimately the same thing. There we go. I added the affiliate link, but we can play around with Charts Watcher here. Let's play around with some Charts Watcher here. There's some settings I wanna mess with here. So Charts Watcher is a free or currently free trade ideas. If you want a really great scanner, so you can actually, you know, come and make your own as well. So let's go do that. Oh, hold on, my dog needs to go to the bathroom. All right. I have returned. All right, so let's build a low float momentum stock, right? Filters. I guess it would be volume, probably over 1 million. Price, between. I'm not really interested in tickers below $1, so I guess we'll do like this. I don't really care as much about relative volume or average volume. But I would like to add a filter for float. Yep, there it is. I guess we would do under, what do you think, 50 million? It does, it is free, yeah. They do eventually plan on having an upgraded version for like 20 bucks a month. But it is free. You think under 30 mil? I was thinking 50 mil, but yeah, 30 mil is probably fine. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So, yeah, that would be our Momo stocks. Momo low floats. There we go. The fuck is 5-day change mean? Whatever. All right, so let's go back to our dashboard. And we'll add a window. Oh, wait. Add topless window. It'll be right here. Move it down. We're going to do Momo low floats. And there you go. RSX, huh? Let's go take a look. Supposedly right now in the beta phase, it's struggling a little bit with pre-market data. So we would have to I don't care about any of this shit. Some people care about relative volume. Yeah, so apparently in the pre-market right now, the scanner is kind of meh. But, I mean, the biggest gainers are still there. Still legit. But yeah, you can... there's back testing. You can build alerts. You can build top lists. All that stuff. So yeah, we got biggest gainers over here. Overextended stocks. Yeah, it's a really nice little trade ideas. And, you know, you can just mess around with it and try to kind of build your own stuff. Yeah, I mean, even if you just use the default things, the biggest gainers or whatever, you know, that's good enough to make a difference. That's good enough to make a difference in your, you know, in the mornings when you just need to put a watch list together. It also, I actually really like the halts bar, because there's a lot of times where I'm like, oh, well, something's halted, and to have it immediately up on a scanner like this is nice. There's also like some other strategies. You can actually add strategies to it, you know, if you get good at, you know, making the parameters that we just dealt with. Near high of day, breakout, VWAP, crossing VWAP. Let's go see what making an alert looks like. Yeah, you can make it make a sound. Oops. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't know how to do any of this. But if you did, I'm sure that like there's probably some guides or something on YouTube or some shit. But I would like to make an alert that says, yeah, it's nearing its pre-market high. That way I could go watch it for the bounce, right? As opposed to having to like stay on top of it. So yeah, it's free. If you guys are interested, you're, you know, as long as you don't pay for it, you know, it's free. All right, let's see. See what we're looking at here. See what we got for I don't know. Tell is breaking out. That's good, I guess. I'm still not sure I'm interested in trading anything pre-market, especially the way the pre-market looks right now. It's kind of chop. Is it as fast as trade ideas? It is during market hours. Pre-market it's kind of iffy. All right, so Tell, I would like Tell to come up at quite, you know, substantially higher. Because right now we're looking at a zone that would be, you know, somewhere around this range, 10 cents or so. Oh, shit. I just closed my Twitch chat on accident. Cool. So yeah, right now we'd be looking at a zone that's looking like this. Probably defined stop somewhere around there. But in order for that to, you know, be applicable, we'd like to see the 5 and the 10 close up here, and then as it comes to fill the zone, it does it over time. If it just immediately comes down, then we can assume that that's actually the high, and we're not looking to play a bounce. In which case, we would, you know, identify a zone closer to, you know, this range, perhaps. Profit targets would be somewhere in that range. So yeah, that's what I would be looking for the dip here. But, you know, again, that's like the only stuff. Oh, BlackBerry's broken trend. That's a... We can open up Tell up here as well. All right, cool. So Tell is popping up just like I was hoping that it would. I'd like to see BlackBerry stay above here. If it can use trend lines, the trend line resistance as a support, moving into the open, we could be seeing a really solid reversal. So that's nice. It's a good sign. I'm thinking that yeah, I still don't know that I'm gonna trade anything in pre-market today. It just kind of looks kind of meh, in my opinion. GOED is popping out a trend as well. It's good. Workhorse has popped out a trend. So those will all be good things to consider taking a look at. WPG. I don't even have that one on my list. Oh, is that a 3-bar play like on the daily? Oh, yeah, on the daily. Yeah, that'll be interesting to watch today for sure. I'm just going to take some AMC in the 56 area. Yeah, I mean, AMC is beat down for sure. I'm just, you know, I'd love to give thoughts or advice or something like that on, but I just have no idea with these stocks, man. These Wall Street bet stickers make no sense technically. It looks like it based off 52.80. And then it, you know, more or less created a multi-touch support in that 56 range. So if it comes down to like respect, you know, higher lows, how are we feeling about BOFA? I'm a long-term investor in BOFA. Thank you very much. So you got some higher lows right here, which are, you know, a good sign, but, you know, this is so short term. If I was playing the 10-minute chart, which is what I'm more likely to do than not, I would be looking at probably this range, 56.22. As a good low risk ad, you could even have your stops either 54.33 or 53.28. You could even realistically like create a zone, an ad zone, where you try to catch it at the bottom here. You know, you add it in this range. You can have your stop defined here at the low of the run. And you could have pretty reasonable targets at different increments of resistance. I don't generally like to play moves that are reversing from the bottom, though. Just because I feel that they are a little less... I'm just less decent at them, that's for sure. 200 SMA might come into play here and send AMC back down. I want to see the interaction here. That'll be interesting. Ooh, damn, she ripping. That's awesome. Yeah, I hope that AMC has another crazy ass run today. That would be so cool. We just chilling here today, man. Tel should be in long-term portfolio. Yeah, the Tel has actually been doing same thing with TRCH, TCRH, TRCH. There's two tickers that I keep seeing that I'm like, or that people are like talking about, that they're like, hey, what do you think about this? And I'm like, damn, if I had $1 for every time I, you know, had seen that ticker in this last week. But Tel is traded pretty well these past few days. So Workhorse definitely broke out a trend once that reversal. 10-minute chart into the open. Obviously, it's asking a lot to get above these pre-market levels, but you can already start to base some pre-market levels over here off these levels. That would also give you probably an interaction with trendline support, or at least close to it, and you could have a defined stop like down here. So that's what I'd be looking for. I would like to see it go up to the mid 15s or so, and then at the open dip back to this range. If it goes too much higher, though, you'll have to start considering incorporating a range like that instead. But it just kind of depends on what the action looks like going. Obviously, you know, where price is at right now, this would not be a good place to add because that's the top. But that's something to keep in mind moving forward. Yeah, I'll probably leave my job in coming weeks or months, I imagine. So it looks like TEL is filling our zone right here. See what this action looks like. You know what, I might just take this for funsies on my little account. Yeah, I agree. I also feel like the Wall Street bet takers kind of eat up all of the volume. Five seven down to 562. Okay. Sorry, I'm putting in orders on my phone. Although it doesn't look like I will be tapped in. Let's see. All right, so here is TEL coming in to test our zone. I actually kind of like this look. We have these this area of price here to battle with. We got the VWAP and the 20 on these two time frames to support. How do you get your zone fills? For instance, I had TEL levels 509 and 499. So generally speaking, when you have when you set bids, they have to be damn, I didn't get filled either. Why am I not getting filled? Did you yeah, extended hours, good till canceled. Extended hours, good till canceled. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't get filled either. So generally speaking, in order to guarantee a fill, the ask needs to come below your bid price. But yeah, I don't know why I didn't get filled either. It's a shame too. I mean, the zone has been perfect so far. Yeah, I did a GTC, include extended hours. Weird, man. Oh, fucking Weeble. I've actually never traded pre-market on Weeble, so I'm not really sure. Yeah, good morning, good morning. Well, at least the zone worked. What? Limit orders don't work? What fucking orders are you supposed to do? No, market orders shouldn't work in pre-market. Market orders shouldn't work. Market orders work? That doesn't make any fucking sense. What the hell? What a strange brokerage. Oh, limit orders work. Limit orders work. Limit orders work. Okay. Okay, cool. I was just so fucking confused. Yeah, like, here, I'll literally show you guys my bids here, right? And tell me. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to do market orders outside of market hours. That's pretty that's pretty much the norm. But yeah, I guess, damn, dude, did I really just not get filled like that? That never happens to me on DOS. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. That's pretty fucking shit, actually. Yeah, no, I had extended hours on. And good till canceled. Just to be safe. I mean, I'm not super upset about it. I'm just confused. Yeah, see if that works. See if that link works right there. Let's check it out. Yeah. So here it is. Here it is. Look. Right? That oops. Wrong window. That looks correct, right? I mean, price came down all the way to fucking 560 or something, so like damn. Yeah, DOS is so good, man. It's so good. That's pretty crazy, actually. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. I guess I've just been spoiled. Because I've been using like a commission brokerage where it's like, you know, them hoes fire off like as soon as you get touched, you get them filled. Yeah. Here, that's a good question. Let's do an example. So in this example up here, I did a bid up here at this line. Damn, look at that zone fill, dude. What is that, to the cent? 563. No, 1 cent off. For a 20-cent move. What a world. Anyways, generally when I make bids in a zone, I'll use the very, very top of my zone as one bid. The very, very bottom of my zone as another. And then depending on the size of the zone, I'll do either, you know, one in the middle or 2 or 3. It just depends on what, you know, how big the range is. Like, so this one was what, 576 to 562, right? So I actually just did 576, 570, and 562. And I did 100, 200, 700. So that, you know, if it did come down to fill me, the bulk of my shares were down here at the bottom. So my average would be probably close to like 565. Now in pre-market, I always do the most of my bids at the base here. So that way that if it does fall out in the illiquid environment, I can usually get out with a smaller loss. But there are sometimes, like, let's say like an AMC zone or something, and we can assume that the zone is going to be, I don't know, $2 wide, you know, just because that's what the ticker is doing today. Then I'll do, you know, the top of my zone is 1, you know, and then I'll have 5 bids total or something. You know, that way I you know, get filled more often, and I don't have to have, because sometimes what'll happen on those big zones is, like, let's say I just did one in the middle and it comes down a whole dollar, I get filled to the top, and it comes down and it doesn't quite fill my middle bid and then goes. Like, I missed out on an opportunity to drop my average significantly. So the bigger the zone, the more bids I usually put in there. Hopefully that makes sense. I never do market orders, actually. I never do market orders. Damn. All right, guys. That was money. Fucking Weeble, dude. little bastards. That's funny, man. I mean, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Perfect zone fill up to 35 cent move. You'd love to see it. Love to see it. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna message that one to myself. That way when I do my review at the end of the day, I know exactly where my zone was, and I don't have to come back and watch the VOD. Let's see. Can you Discord message yourself? I guess not. I'll just message my girlfriend instead and tell her to ignore it. What was that? Tell was 576, 562, 576, 562, PT of... Didn't get filled. Yeah, I just messaged it to my girlfriend. Is it better to get market? So I actually don't ever use market orders in any capacity unless you know, like I'm trying to sell on a pop. But even then I'm gonna, generally speaking, sell on the ask and anticipate the pop. And the reason for that is because I came from a brokerage where I was charged commissions and fees. And if you take liquidity from the market, so if you buy the bid I'm sorry, if you buy the ask, sell the bid, or buy and sell market, you had to pay, you know, ECN fees. Whereas if I did it the opposite, I bought on the bid and sold on the ask, I didn't pay fees. So I got really, you know, used to doing that. Regardless, though, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Just keep in mind that when you sell at the market, you're getting filled at whatever the lowest price is on the spread. So let's say that the spread is 570 on the bid and 580 on the ask. That means that price is at 575, right? The mid price, which is what's going to be reflected on the chart, is going to be at 575. You know, that's an equal example. Depending on the size of the bids and the ask, it can be, you know, 578 or what have you. But in this example, let's say that 570 and 580 are the bid and the ask. The mid price is 575. If you fire off a market order, you're getting filled at 570. And sometimes that 5 cents makes a difference. So just keep that in mind. You know, when you do, I mean, to get out quickly, yeah. I have all my stops trigger market orders. All of my, you know, panic or I need out instantly because it's gonna, you know, dip or rip or something like that, then yeah, there's no problem. Sell on the bid or sell at market. Well, so if you buy on the market, you get filled at the ask. If you sell on the market, you get filled at the bid. So if you buy on the market, you're paying the highest price, and if you sell on the market, you're getting the lowest price. Yeah. That the own Discord idea, that's something that Ripster preaches. I think that you know, I obviously review all my stuff every day, but that would definitely help. Because sometimes I go to review my trades and I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking about? I don't even remember. But yeah, that would have been a good move here to start the morning. That's a pretty typical bounce on the remember when I was talking about it, I said it needs to extend a bit up so that it can kind of give space to this area before coming down to retest this area. And it retested it really well. We got a secondary bounce. You can see on the shorter time frame rather, that, you know, it came up to this key area here, pretty much the neckline of the previous run. I don't ever hold for higher days on secondary bounces. I don't care if it's a high or low or whatever. If the volume isn't there, you know, it's not going to go to high day. So, you know, you take your gains at key areas of resistance. So I would have scaled out. Had I gotten filled, I would have probably scaled down in that range there. So yeah, that was a decent little morning move. Go ahead and get rid of all this. I don't want to be biased going into the open with zones I've already drawn. Have I participated in any speedrun marathons? Yeah, a lot of them. Yeah, I've actually traveled to Salt Lake City once a year to do a live one. West Coast time. Oh yeah. You know what? I'm central. I'm based in Dallas. And even that is kind of early. God, I couldn't imagine you poor West Coasters. What indicators do I use? So this is, I use VWAP, is this yellow one. I use the 20 SMA, the 200 SMA, and that's it. And then I draw my own trend lines and you know, and zones and stuff like that. The 200 SMA is not crazy important. When I trade large caps, I like the 200 SMA a lot. Occasionally, I'll throw in the 50 period. But the 200 SMA doesn't really play as big a factor in small caps as it does large caps, unless, like in this instance, where these are like multi-day runners, and it gives the lagging 200 SMA opportunity to adjust. But a single day runner running on news or some kind of catalyst, 200 is really not going to be in play. But on large caps, I will only take a stock long if it's above the 200, And I'll only take a short if it's below the 200. So I really like it in those instances. But the VWAP and the 20 I love. I really love them. Dude, yeah, that's fucking crazy. That's crazy, man. You'd be waking up at like freaking 5 in the morning. That's nuts to me. Nah, there's a lot of people that talk about using like the 9 and the 13 and all that stuff, and it just generally doesn't work with my method, my trend scalping method. It doesn't lend itself to that strategy, so I choose to have as little on the screen as possible. Why do you use the 20? I like the 20 for small caps. I feel like it moves quickly enough to it moves quickly enough to anticipate, but also slow enough to be like semi-impactful on the 5 and the 10. Hey, Quinn, I'm happy to help any way I can. When I first started, there was a lot of people who were willing to help me, and had they not, I probably wouldn't have continued to do it. So, happy that I can just can return the favor a little bit. Do you ever use Ripsters? I did actually. I did for a while. I tried to use Ripsters Classic, and I like them. I do. I like them on Thinkorswim especially. Weeble. For some reason, I feel like when I look at Weeble, it just feels more crowded, even if it's the same amount of indicators. Maybe it's because volume and shares the screen. I don't know. But I really do like Ripster's EMA clouds because I'm trend specific, right? I'm very, very, very trend heavy. And Ripster's EMA clouds are a really good way for you to quickly recognize that trends are usually more curved shaped and less straight lines, right? Like if you can appreciate that this trend is actually curved like a wave, then it gives you more opportunities to understand like where good dips are. So I really do like Ripster's EMA clouds. I just don't really prefer the how much screen space it uses, but I do really like it. SPI, why is it doing something today? Let's take a look. SPI last year burned the shit out of me. It went from like $5 to like 50, and I got stopped out at like 450, and then I went to work, and when I got to work it was at like $26, and I was like, oh wow, how about that? Feels bad. Yeah, anytime. I mean, I pretty much just do this pre-market stuff to answer questions and kind of talk about some things. I'm gonna go shower here in a minute because I don't trade the open, and then I'll be back to maybe take a few trades before I jet to work. Yeah, SPI doesn't look bad though. I mean, there must be some kind of news. Let me see. No. Oh, yeah. Cloud-based solar platform. They just announced a new cloud-based online monitoring and maintenance system for solar systems and energy storage. That's a decent play. I mean, energy's doing well right now. Hey, Texas T, thank you so much for dispensing the foreplay, my dude. Or for subscribing. I don't know if you guys even hear the foreplay message. What do you like to use to check news for? I actually will just use Yahoo Finance, or like Webull has like this built-in mechanism, right? So you just come over here and you just do one of these. Oops. And it pulls up like bullshit. Oh, it pulls up bullshit on a different screen. Yeah. Anyways, you click on it and it pulls up the news, and then you can actually go look at it on a web browser. Fuck. Now this thing is frozen. Yeah, Weeble is so damn clunky, dude. Weeble is so clunky. Ah. Considering just doing all my charting on Thinkorswim still. And just do my executions on Weeble. But yeah, Weeble Mobile is literally uncontested the GOAT. It's so good. But damn, I'll be damned if the desktop app isn't straight doo-doo. You played plenty of bad games. Yeah, I know, man. This is an unfortunate amount of clunkiness, though. Wait, you can use TD Ameritrade with DOS? Would you say the stock market is your favorite game? Nah, not always. Not always. Sometimes I'd much rather play, like, something that doesn't make me sad. Which is actually, I play a lot of things that make me sad now that I come to think about it. Yeah, I was about to say, fills are great. That sounds dope. I love DOS. I love DOS. Their hotkeys are so nice. Just realized I'm not using all the space here. Yeah, DOS is amazing, but I imagine you're paying commissions or no? I'll be right back. All right, you don't pay commissions? Just $150 a month DOS fee? Yo, that's actually totally worth it. That's actually totally worth it. I might have to look into that. Good looking out. Do you get leverage on Thinkorswim, right? Because Weeble, my margin account will have leverage, which is, you know, nice, I guess. I guess that would be brokerage specific and not so much platform specific. Nice, nice. I'll definitely have to take a peek into that for sure. That does sound pretty good. I really love DOS. Even if I don't use it to chart, just for executions, it's worth it. Cool. So I could use Thinkorswim to chart and DOS to execute, just like I was doing with my other account. But it is a little too close to the open. I should have gone to shower now. So I'm going to go shower. I'll be back here in a little bit. I'll leave the music on or whatever, mute the mic. But I will... I will be back here in a little... Oh, if the price is delayed... then you have to have $50 in the account. Unless you're from Canada, then I think it's a much higher amount you have to have in the account in order to get the price not delayed. There's like a whole big thing you have to go through. I know exactly what you're talking about though. I had to do the same. I think I had to deposit $50 into the account to get it to be real time. So, but yeah, I'll be back here in a minute. So you guys enjoy the open. Good luck. I will see you in about 10 to 15 to start charting some stuff out, hopefully make some money. Alright, homies. Let's take a look at some shit and make some money. Damn, my YOLO calls on Clove are worth 65 bucks. I bought them for 20. Or they're worth 85 bucks and I bought them for 20. Nice. Nice. All right, let's take a look at what's moving today. So Workhorse is actually looking quite good here. I'm gonna assess a zone in this range. What the fuck? My let's refresh this really quick. Assess a zone down in this range here. I like 1542 down to 15. AMC got halted. Is it halted up or down? Down. Yikes. I do like Workhorse here. 1542 to 15. Let's see what else we got. What are the big volume movers? Sundial. Ooh, wow, Sundial's going crazy. Blackberry. Looks like all the Wall Street bet tickers are knifing. Workhorse is now filling my zone. I want to take some out of the money calls. 15 fives. Holy shit. They jumped in price. Let's go do 16s. Nice. Workhorse down to 15. Workhorse wants to turn. Perfect zone fill. Let's see what we get out of her. Oh yeah. Calls are paying. Calls are paying. Fuck yeah, calls are paying. Boom. With just that move. 130 bucks. I would like to see Workhorse turn here. Fill the zone and rip. I bought some more calls on that dip there. I like that it's forming a higher low. If it does dip below 15, I can just immediately stop out for a pretty easily defined loss. Oh, yeah. Turn for me, baby. Let's see what you got. Oh, yeah, we're up. Keep going. Close out one contract. There we go, Workhorse. Beautiful bounce. Beautiful bounce, guys. What a great move. What a great move. Awesome. That was a good trade. That was a good trade. Cashing out right there at that resistance. I took options, so it doesn't really equate to the same thing. But damn, that was a good fucking move right there. Nice play, guys. Nice play. Yep. Made 340 bucks off that one trade. I'm done for the day with that. Damn. On a cash account? Damn. Yo, I'm stoked. That was a good one. We'll keep chatting, though. We'll keep talking and looking at setups, but I'm not going to trade. But damn, I got to flex in Discord a little bit because I did call that zone out. So... You know, it's only fair. It's only fair. Fucking skunk gang on that one. I'm not playing the same zone again. I don't like this action. You should have taken profit at the break above these areas here. The 16, and then the scaling up. I mean, you could have taken a whole dollar move almost on that one. How far out do you play your options? Oh, weeklies. I do weeklies. Yeah, AMC is probably crashing. Yeah, it's right here. AMC is halted again. Yep. It's coming down. It's coming down. I hope that a lot of you guys took profits and didn't get... Well, that's what happens, right? Is it all... Oh, look at that Workhorse zone. You could have taken it again. GTT apparently is getting some sweet love. Yo, somebody actually messaged me last night and was like, yo, GTT an overnight idea. So I hope that they took that, man. I hope that they took that. Let me see who it was. Hope they took it. Damn, Workhorse is still moving though. You could have taken Workhorse for a $1 move, and then you could have taken it for a 80-cent move on that same zone. So yeah, when I do my options, I will generally speaking do them do weeklies, or I try not to do one day expirations. You know, some large caps you can kind of get away with that, but I try not to. Weeklies usually have a little bit more value. Their premiums escalate a little bit more quickly. And then I play, usually I will play the whatever is the nearest out of the money. So whatever is like the nearest out of the money. So on that play, specifically I did, let me see, I did $16 calls, and I was able to get them for, I want to say 230. I picked them up for 230, and they're at 258 right now. 264 right now. So yeah, I mean, had I hung on to it, you could have. I bought June 4th. June 4th, $16 calls. Look at that workhorse zone, man. Oh wait, you guys don't see it. Look at that, baby. Damn. That zone though. That's a beauty. That's a beauty. We gotta flex that. Gotta post it in chat, even though no one asked. Gotta feel yourself a little bit. If you didn't even post your gains, did you really even gain? No. Everybody knows that that's no. Just gotta give the mods something to worry about. What's going on, Piano? How you doing today, man? Hopefully you're doing well. Let's take a look at some other things that are moving right now. So sundial, we're taking a look at here. Downtrend. Oh wow! Remember the zone we made earlier that we said that BlackBerry would need to respect? Well, look at that. It just got filled. And it looks like, yeah, we made this zone in the pre-market. Based on these levels. Looks like it just got filled. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. AMC is, you know, trying to bounce a little bit. Shorts would use this opportunity to beat it down even further. GTT looks like it is finally rounding off. I'm watching 392 to 374 on GTT. So let's see what else there is. AMC, we're not really interested in. Maybe we can keep eyes on Workhorse. Damn, she going though, bro. I mean, and this was your typical. I preach it all the time, but I love zone fills that incorporate, you know, key levels on the pre-market. You're talking about these pre-market resistance levels, the whole dollar, and I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. So that is that's one of my absolute favorite plays to take. Absolute favorite place to take. Yeah, GTT is coming down. I'm not sure that I like this action though, simply because the 10-minute candle gave back so much body. We'll be looking on the 5 now to guide us, as opposed to the 10, since the pattern isn't really there. I'm not personally trading, because I'm already done. But if I were, let's see. Does GTT have options? Yeah, they do. Looks like I'd be taking some, probably $5 options. What's the mid price on the 4s? Oh no, $4 options are pretty cheap. So yeah, I'd probably take a $4 call. And I'd scale in as it dipped into the zone. You could probably get it down to like $1.30, $1.25 on the mid price. But yeah, let's see the interaction here. I would actually prefer, before it does fill me, it to go up a little bit, maybe to this 4192 area, to kind of match this resistance on the 10. Start a new candle. What time is it? It's a few minutes before the next 10-minute candle. But that would give it a little bit more curvature up here at the top, round off, which is usually a better sign than a big wick extension, and then it forfeiting all of that size. So we'll see. Yeah, I mean, damn, Workhorse's zone was a gorgeous one. Sometimes these EVs, Plugs, Fisker, all of them, they will sometimes they'll end up coming back, right, to the same zone. Plug and Neo and some of those other large caps, they've been doing that a lot lately. So we're gonna leave this zone up here. We're gonna extend it a little bit, and we're gonna see what the interaction looks like. We would have a defined stop probably down here for 50 cents or so. Maybe it doesn't even need to be that big. You might be able to do 1460 something, maybe like right up here. I don't know. Anyways, oops. There we go. Weird. Let's sip some coffee. Damn, that was a good trade on Workhorse this morning, man. I'm stoked. In and out real quick. 346 bucks. I love it. And on my other account, I made 86 bucks off of a $20 option. Good day for me so far, fellas. Sorry, I'm switching my Weeble account to the other one. Beautiful. Man, look at that. So GTT, I don't know if you guys did have bids at 392, you would have not gotten filled. A single cent off, it looks like. You might still get it though. You might still get it. We'll see what this 5-minute looks like. I imagine that this line right here is going to create resistance short term, and we're going to come dip into the zone. Not 100% sure if I still like the move at that point, but I would set my stop loss somewhere pretty easily defined, like right here. 353, maybe. Yeah, that's a 30 cents or so reward to a 20 cents downside. That's pretty good. When are you gonna quit your job and trade full time? Sooner than later, I hope. Just started with trading and found your channel. Could you re-explain why on Workhorse you made an entry and why you quit? Yes. So, where is Workhorse? It's up here. So I based when price broke out to this level up here, on the 10-minute chart, you can see that it gave back a lot of wick, right? On the 5 and the 2 though, you see that it went up big, and it met with a sell-off. So I don't want to buy it up here, obviously. So my strategy is to wait for dips on like trend-based dips. So as you can see right here, this would be a trend moving upwards. So as it's trending upwards, I want to catch it as it kind of valleys before it goes again. So I will then identify where I believe that dip will be based on previous levels on the 10-minute chart. So what I do is I will, find some key levels in the pre-market. This was the pre-market highs, the resistance of the pre-market highs. Right down here, you can see that 15 was a key level as well on the 5 and the 10. Simply because price based on it right here on these two candles. VWAP was there. It's the whole dollar, which is a major psych level. So I figured that I will add to my position within that range. The top of my zone being pre-market key level, the bottom of my zone being the whole dollar, and I'll use that range to, as it comes into, I'll add a little bit, all the way up to a full position, and then have my stop down here. And as it turned to go this way, I took profit at what I believe to be key areas, $16, which is another whole dollar. And then, you know, you're looking up towards VWAP and stuff like that. I scaled out in full because I was in options, and their premiums like get really, really rapid. So yeah, that was my entry. If you want to watch a video on my strategy as a whole, I have it on YouTube. It's a little bit easier explained in that setting. Let me see if I can find it. 2510. Yep, right here. Yeah, so that is my my strategy where I go over my. Is there a certain amount of money you want? I would just like to be able to live the same way I do now, doing this as opposed to working at Chuck E. Cheese, which is not a lot of money. Which is, you know, I'm not a wealthy person by any stretch, but I want to make sure that I have enough money saved up. That way, if you know, for a month or two, I make $0 trading, you know, we're not, you know, forfeiting, having to leave our house or something, you know. I just want to do it right so that when I go back, so that when I do make the switch, I don't ever have to risk going back. You know, we'll be set. So, yeah, GTT's zone was good. How could we have made this zone better though, right? So like when I miss moves like this, like you could have gotten filled maybe on the very top of that zone. I wouldn't have. My bid would have been at 392 and I would have not gotten filled. Man, it would have been close, but regardless, how could we have made this zone better, right? So let's look over here. Let's say that we wanted a zone from here to here. So this is what I like to do on moves that I miss. This would have been the God zone, right? I mean, that would have been picture perfect if we could, you know, in hindsight, choose it. That's where we would want to be, and then we'd have our first profit target up here at these key levels, these bodies. Now we'll go over here to the 10, and we'll say first we'll change this so that we can identify it a little easier over here. So we come over here to the 10, and we say, all right, well, what could I have done to identify that zone better? Well, we could have used these two candles here. Could have used these two candles here. That's basically $4. Well, 4.7. I guess $4 is closer to here. But that still would have been decent. So we could have used these two wicks. Let's go look at the 5. See what kind of information we have there. Yeah, we could have used, you know, that range right there on the 5. On the bottom of the zone, we could have used maybe the same candles. The bodies right here, some interaction right there. Just trying to, I guess that if, you know, in the moment, I would have probably done like that, you know, to use the body of this, top of this, body of this, yada yada. And then for this zone, I would have probably been closer to up here, maybe closer to down here. I don't know. Either way, you know, those would have been better zones than what we ended up with. But, you know, I can't be upset. We were close. It is. And, you know, I always go back and look and I assess, like, all right, well, how could I have done this better? You know, what could I have used? And it's always interesting to see. Sometimes you see that the 5 had way more touches and it was respecting that. And that's good information, right? Because throughout the day, if I'm watching Workhorse all day, and it's touching or it's utilizing the 5-minute candle zones way more often than the 10, you know, that's good info, because moving forward, I'll try to keep that in mind and, you know, maybe tailor my zones a little bit to incorporate more 5s. You know, stuff like that. So, it is you know, it's just a learning experience, something you know, or at least I hope I continue to get better at every day. You know, and you get better at it by doing. So right here, wherever this, I imagine that this 10-minute was, what time is it? No, we got a little bit before this 10-minute closes. But we're gonna be looking for this level right here to be the top of this move. In which case, I would like to probably base a zone closer down to some of this price action here. So close to where the last zone was. We could have a defined stop. You know, that might actually be too low. Simply because if it does come down there, we're hoping on a double bottom to confirm the movement upwards. So maybe, and it's less of a trend. It's not a higher low. It's a double bottom. So maybe we'll do it like this. We'll try it like this. Now again, I'm not trading. I'm just speculating. We're just making zones. Unfortunately, I'm already done for today. But yeah, this is what I would take now. 422 to 406. You could have a real tight stop down here at 393. That gives you, you know, essentially 15 cents or so. You can even give yourself an extra, you know, make it a clean 20 cents down here, give or take. You're looking at a, you know, 40 to 20 cent upside, 2 to 1. So yeah, that's probably what I would be watching at this point in time. Why do you trade for a prop firm? Because I work at Chuck E. Cheese. As I don't necessarily have a ton of money. So when I first started trading, I started with like a $500 account. And when I started to get good, I had lost the majority of what I had invested. So I didn't have a whole lot of money left. And I have a buddy who, you know, he's a mean reversion trader. I talk about him quite often. He works for a prop firm. He's been doing it for about 10 years. And he was like, well, you should consider that. You know, now that you've proven your consistent profitability, you know, you can go to a prop firm and apply for them, and they'll fund you, and, you know, they'll teach you their own kind of risk management and things like that. And that ended up helping, I feel like. And as a result, you know, I got better because, like, you when you're trading with other people's money, you have to, I don't know, it's just different, right? You definitely expose yourself to way less risk. You're way more respectful of your stops and your profit targets and things like that, or at least I was personally, because I was nervous. And that helped me a lot in my own personal account. So in February, I funded my own personal account, and we went from 2K, but I deposited over the course of from February to the beginning of June, 10 grand total. So technically it was $10,000 account. I deposited like 4 grand every other month or whatever. So 10K I invested, and 15K I earned, or I made to get over PDT. So that's kind of where we're at now. So on Webull, I actually have a, I'm actually just trading my mom's account because I'm waiting for Webull to move my account from cash to margin. So that's what we're doing right now. Is we're on my mom's account doing options. Wow, look at that GTT rejection. Interesting. So, would I take this zone still with the action like that? Yeah, probably. Probably, just because knives can usually pop right back up. Now, after I got filled right here, I might immediately sell on the pop-up. You're looking at over 10 cent gains right there. And then I would probably watch and wait to see what the action looks like moving forward. Because generally knives will always have that, you know, the reaction zone before they end up coming back down anyways. Now you come look at the 10 and the chart doesn't look nearly as good as it did up here. But yeah, you could have taken a quick 13 cents on that knife catch. Maybe even more. Damn, dude. Yeah, I probably would have sold on that pop and then scratched my bids that didn't get filled, waited for consolidation or confirmation, and then taken it the re-entry. I love to catch knives though with this strategy, because if you nail your zones well enough, you can usually catch the bottom of knives and you're never exposed to any risk. So you know, within reason, you know, I like to catch knives. Yo, Alex, thank you so much for dispensing the foreplay, my dude. Wait, Alex, do you guys even hear the sub message or no? You would be familiar with it. Look at how the workhorses respected the 20 SMA today. You love to see it. Love to see it. I love the shape of this trend as well. You're kind of creating right now an ascending triangle, which is one of my absolute favorite patterns. Because you can make a zone typically down here, and if you do get wick filled, great. But as the triangle ascends, usually it'll never revisit your entry unless the move has failed, right? So I do like ascending triangles quite a bit. I'm not taking this again. I'm just, observation. So CLNE, let's go. Somebody mentioned CLNE. Oh wow, this is a beautiful, beautiful move. You're totally right. If I had to assess a pullback zone on this, first we'll mark this right here. Now let's go look at what the pre-market looked like. Oh, that's pretty much the same level. So let's come look at the 5, 9, 20. Oh, that's actually probably not bad. What is that, 14 cents? Yeah, this is what I would watch here. 929, 915, probably a defined stop right here. First profit targets, you'd be looking at this range. And that would give you a 15-cent downside to at the first profit target, 30-cent upside. So it's a 2-to-1 right there. GTT looks like it's coming to fill the zone. Tapped VWAP right here, almost perfectly. If you did take the zone, you'd be filled in full. I'm not sure that I would be holding super high up to these levels though. If you're in this move, my profit target would probably get moved down closer to this area of confluence, 437. So not a huge move by any stretch. 37 cents or whatever is still respectable though. What do you think of TEL? TEL, let's go take a look. Let me open it up on the other one so I don't pull you guys away from what you're looking at. TEL, yeah, see, so generally speaking, tickers that look like this, that are trending, I would consider this now on the, oops. So I would consider this in a downtrend now, right? Like, obviously, it's still trending up on the 10 pretty handsomely. But if you draw this line, you could start to wager that, it has failed out of the trend. I would look to see... Now, I would look to see a move back to the upside somewhere in this range where it sets a lower high. And I would actually consider taking it as a short position, maybe risk 555, taking some puts right here, and holding for this level. So I would actually take that to the short side, if anything. Unless volume shows that volume comes in and it pushes up some crazy engulfing candle. That is indicative of like continued strength, I probably would avoid it. CLNE pulling back to the zone a little bit here. Not sure I like how it's doing it, but we'll see what the interaction ends up being. Remote. Sorry, I'm adding options. Hey, look at that GTT zone. Look at that GTT zone, man. Look at that, homies. We did it. Oh, you're sitting on RMO calls? Nice. Gotta flex in Discord. Hold on a second. So yeah, that was a terrific zone right there. That was a terrific zone. You could have taken it for, you know, at the very first PT, 35 cents or so. You love to see it. You love to see it. CLNE, we're still watching for that zone, Phil. Can I talk about zones? Yeah, of course. Here, let's do it on the big screen here. So, oh my God, look at her. When you start to see price action like that, that means volume's coming in. Look at this big volume peeking out. If you took this move, you might be seeing the second PT, which was right here, and then the third, which is right here. This would actually be a situation where if I was in the move from down here and it broke this first profit target, I would sell half. Then on this dip here, I would add half back. Then as it broke back over, I would sell half again. So I'd be out a full positions ride on that 30-cent move. I'll raise my stop to break even, which is wherever I added on the dip. And I would be holding a zero risk position with half size for the extended move upward. So if you did get stopped out, you lose nothing. But if it continues to go, you have an opportunity to take bigger gains, having already taken a full position's worth of money. I call that the free play. I have a video on that as well. Yep. Look, it would have paid right there. You could have taken an extra, I mean, it's not much, 7 cents or whatever, but if half of your position is 1,000 shares, it's an extra $70. For zero downside. Well, I mean, you would have added here, so it's 15 cents, so $150 or whatever, or $570 on a 500 shares. Depends on, you know, obviously what your account size and stuff is, but the point remains that you know, that's how I generally look to extend scalps and things like that when I start to see big volume come in that's making price kind of wick around a little. So you could have taken an extended move, you could have taken the full position here for 35 cents or 31 cents or whatever, and then you could have taken another 10 cents for free right there. So let's go look at CLNE. Oh man, I'm sorry, CLNE, it tried, we couldn't quite get it. So I called this zone out on CLNE, and it was just a little too ambitious, but this is what I love about my system, right? And kind of why I made it this way, because of the things I struggled with in the past, is I struggled with chasing and FOMOing and, you know, revenge trading and stuff like that. So now the strategy gives me an opportunity to, like, every single zone we've called out today has been right except for 2. And those 2 that have been wrong, they weren't wrong because we got stopped out. They were wrong because they never got filled. Now, being wrong and never getting filled is infinitely better than being wrong and being stopped out. So having zones that are a little over ambitious or a little overly generous and you end up just missing the move and making and losing nothing is way better than you know, making a zone too high up, attempting to chase and getting stopped out for a really quick loss because you bought at the top. So that's why I like to kind of do things the way that I do. So CLNE right here, we were wrong. I'm 100% okay with admitting we were wrong. The top of our zone, 929, it came down to 930. Just like the move on GTT earlier that we were off by a cent. That's okay. You know, I'm okay with being wrong on this. Sure, I missed a really beautiful move. But now I can assess, just like we did with the last one, right? How could I have captured maybe this range? You know, that would have been the real range right there. 939 to 929. That would have been the move. So let's go look at previous price action, and let's see where we could have identified that. Well, I can see right now 929, which was previously the top of our zone, you know, is a very easily spottable zone right here. Two bodies. You come out here to the pre-market. So there's nothing really there that we could have based the top of our zone off of. I don't believe this candle had formed yet, so we couldn't really utilize that. So yeah, I mean, I don't really see a way that we could have, without maybe utilizing the 2-minute chart, could have made this zone ahead of time. So yeah, that is it. That is it right there. You know, you can't really, you can't call them all, but it's always nice to look and say, all right, what could I have done better to maybe have captured this move? And you know, we have our assessment, we learn, and you know, maybe next time I'll remember that CLNE respected levels on the 2 pretty well, and when I make my next zone, maybe I'll be more inclined to consider 2-minute levels. So I am late to work, so I'm gonna go. I will still be in Discord. You know, I'll still be looking at the market and stuff. You know, keep killing it today, guys. I hope that you all have a really successful day. You know, if there's any questions or anything like that, if I didn't get to your questions in chat or whatever, I apologize. Feel free to hit me up on Discord. My DMs are always open and everything. So have a good one, guys. I hope you kill it, and I will see you a little bit later today for a trade review. Be well.